used, another domestic exchange. The language used by the member of Southeast St. Ann is totally unparliamentary.
Stop pointing at me, Riffraff.
Don't tell me what you just said a while ago. Again, you come up with it. Riffraff is down there. But that member should know better than that. I expect, no, you're, I'm on my feet. No, I'm on my feet upon the border.
I really love the MP.
Take your seat on my feet. Speaker, I'm on my feet. I'm on my feet.
And if the
I'm on my feet.
And what?
You didn't ask me to yield.
Yield.
No, I shouldn't tell what to do. Take your seat. Take your seat.
Yield to a woman.
The member.
Yield to a woman.
I will, but I'm saying the language you use is non-parliamentary. You know that.
Say it again.
You don't want me to say it.
Go on, man.
Stop it.
Do it, man.
You know better than that.
All right.
I expect that from you. You say Riffraff Daddy? Riffraff Daddy, you say?
Garden House is the seat of Jamaica's parliament where the nation's business is discussed. But sometimes things can get a little bit overheated. If you can't stand the heat, you better not go in the kitchen. Because in this video by Jamfet, we'll be featuring a number of the biggest and hottest clashes that Garden House has ever seen. But before we get into the video, let me remind you to subscribe to Jamfet and leave a comment in the comment section. Jamfet spreading the Jamaican culture abroad and abroad.
The leading entity, and what has been now agreed on is what was the original plan. Okay. Now, it just happened to have been under two different administrations. Now, that
Mr. Chairman, on a point of order, and I would, on a point of order, because I think it is important that anything that is spoken in this house, there is fact and there is truth. And it is important that we put the facts on the table, is that the member from St. Catherine has a tendency to give impressions that things were done under her tenure, which were not true.
it was determined under the Jamaica Labour Party administration. Mr. Chairman, will you ask that member to shut up and allow me to speak? No, but I don't interrupt other people when they're talking. So I should be allowed to speak.
Unfortunately, the member sometimes gets very erratic.
Don't be rude.
And the issue...
Mr. Chairman, he has to withdraw that. He has to withdraw that. She's being rude and pasty.
I know you're holding up to my mother basket, but honestly...
You're too
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
You're out of order. Withdraw that.
I know.
About erratic. I have never called their names. I've never said that she's incompetent. I've never said anything uncomplimentary. She must withdraw it. You're rude and feisty, girl. You're out of order.
Miss Grange, based on what you just said, and based on what the minister said earlier, I think we have cancelled.
Lisa Hanna might have been Miss World, but she has a black belt in karate, and she doesn't back down from a challenge in the nation's parliament. So we have seen her taking on Babsy Grange and Warmington. But there are others who take on other people, like Andrew Holness sometimes get out of his skin.
I remember we had an extended debate about giving the 7 days. I understand that the Prime Minister will be traveling again.
I expect to speak with full respect, and you should know better.
Former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller was one who did not back down from a challenge either. And of course, you wouldn't want to draw her tongue.
The annual number of murders has been much higher in each of these years of the state of emergency than in any single year between 2011 and 2015 when there were no states of emergency. How on earth can that be described as a success? to further suggest that citizens will be risking their lives in voting against the Jamaica Labour Party is taking the politicization of crime to a new low. The political platform with incorrect...
Speaker, with your speaker, Mr. Bunting. And a point of order.
What is the point of order?
Mr. Bunting. The point of order. Speaker, the minister may well have good grounds for making what he has to say. But what he has to say is a political statement not fit and proper for Parliament. Make it on a political platform, as the leader of the opposition has done on a political platform, but not in Parliament.
The truth is that so far this year, Mr. Speaker, 316 persons have left the JCF. These figures are published in a weekly force order.
I don't just come and take figures glibly. I take my responsibility seriously. Now you better, as Minister of National Security, stop this nonsense of telling people about, well, it is all our responsibility and nationally we must join together. When I was leader of opposition of government business, I came to you, Mr. Bunting, and I, Mr. Speaker, member from Central Manchester, and I sat with you when this nation had the greatest opportunity to bring crime under control. I came to you and I sat with you and I said to you, join us. We have criminals on the retreat. We were uprooting the criminal gangs, and I asked you, please join with us then to extend the state of emergency into St. Catherine, where we would have been able to deal with one of the most dangerous criminal gangs in Jamaica. And you, member from Central Manchester, refused. Had we done that, we would have uprooted the most dangerous criminal gang in Jamaica. And today, Jamaicans would have benefited from the safer country. But you played politics then. And you are trying to play politics now. I will not allow you to do it. Jamaica will not allow you to do it. Don't ever come in here and try to bring politics in this. Don't disrespect me. You're out of order.
When the former speaker was forced to resign as a result of an Integrity Commission investigation, the move to replace her with the wife of the Prime Minister, so that the head of Parliament is now the spouse of the head of government, really does not sit well with the tradition that the Speaker must act independently of the government of the day. The Speaker is intended to be independent and must act independently of the government of the day. That is the tradition. That is the tradition. The failure, Mr. Speaker.
Members.
The failure to identify the so-called illicit 6 MPs. the failure to disclose the identity of the so-called illicit 6 MPs who are under investigation by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment remains.
Member. Both sides. Who can continue? At this time. Both sides. The Prime Minister fire you, both sides. At this time, there's by number.
The copy that I got from him, it said, Mr. Speaker, it is indeed a pleasure for me to be afforded. It says a pleasure for me. He said, shut him up, gentlemen. He said he did not use the word pleasure. Don't ask me. He said he did not use the word. I should not say that. Mr. Speaker, regardless of it, he said he did not use the word pleasure. And he said, Mr. Speaker, calm me down. Mr. Speaker, enough for what? Mr. Speaker, hold on. Just a moment, please. Will you please hold on your copy? Mr. Warmington.
Mr. Speaker, it really is unfortunate
You called a member of this House Jezebel. I'm asking that you retract that.
Mr. Speaker, I withdraw that word, but allow me to read the sentence after.
The statement is here, and everybody can read it.
But they can't say the member misled the House when the statement is here. Is the minister, Mr. Warmington wrong? Was the member incorrect when you said this?
Mr. Warmington, this document.
Pleasure for me to present Mr. Wage. That's what he said. He said that it's a pleasure for me to present Mr. Wage. He said it's a pleasure for me to present Mr. Wage. And said himself.
If this continues, I am going to adjourn the House.
Mr. Speaker, it is of paramount importance that the member shows respect for the office of the Speaker and for his colleagues and for the hallowed halls of this Parliament. To often, Mr. Speaker, that member is rude and obnoxious in this House and is taken lightly because he laughs at it. Mr. Speaker, it is unfortunate, very unfortunate, that such a high-ranking member of his political party that he claims to be, he behaves in the way he behaves. Mr. Speaker is bringing this House into disrepute, and I am saying it is time that something be done about that member.
By the way, Madam Speaker, as an aside, I saw a clip yesterday when the opposition leader referred to labor rights, Madam Speaker, or those who identify with a particular party known as the Jamaican Labour Party. And I can't say the words, but he said, beep fools. Beep fools. Call them beep fools. Madam Speaker, that never sound like Marky G to me. That sound like Massa Mark. Massa Mark, Madam Speaker. Anyways, Madam Speaker, we are immensely proud of the fact that this is the 6th consecutive year of no new taxes. With certainty, Madam Speaker, this has not happened in 50 years, that a government of Jamaica has gone 6 consecutive years with not one new revenue measure that introduces a new tax or raises a tax rate. No new taxes, Madam Speaker. And they pretend to not know what it means. They will understand. Madam Speaker, when in the presentation of a new budget, the government of the day introduces no new revenue measure and no increase in tax rates, Madam Speaker, that is the definition of no new taxes. Madam Speaker, it seems to hurt them, Madam Speaker. It hurt them. And it hurt Master Mark too. It burned him.
Come on a point of order, Madam Speaker. No, on a point of order, Madam Speaker. On a point of order, Madam Speaker. On a point of order, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I believe that the Minister of Finance, in terms of, shut your mouth and let me talk. I know you would find it. I know you would have a problem with that. I know you would have a problem with that. I know you would have a problem with that. No, I know you would have a problem with that. I know you would have a problem with that. Point of order, Madam Speaker. I have not made my point. I was in a point of order, and I wanted to have. Point of order, Madam Speaker. A point of order, Madam Speaker. I haven't said what I needed to say. No, the member has used unparliamentary language in the honor of the House. That indicates that the member should shut his mouth. Who is the Minister of Finance referring to as Massama? And so who is he referring to as Massama in the Parliament? And who is he referring to as Massama? You need to name the member. That is not parliamentary language either.
So there you have it, some of the biggest and hottest clashes to have taken place in the Jamaican Parliament. Let me know what you think about these elected officials and their behavior in the nation's Parliament. Let me know in the comment section. In the meantime, remember to subscribe to JamFet, celebrating the Jamaican culture abroad and abroad.